And it says we are live. It's Thursday night. I'm here. You're beautiful. That means it's time, baby, for GotBot Goes live. I, of course, am your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, a.k.a. GotBot. As always, man, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe. And while you're at it, baby, hit the notification bell. It helps me out a ton. It lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all my social media links. All of that is in the description down below. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring, or, of course, hit the join button right here on YouTube to become a channel member. If you hear what sounds like a saw outside, my neighbor's obviously cutting something. I would suggest he's doing it this hour of the evening because today was nuts hot here, crazy hot. And because it was so crazy hot, kind of nobody got anything done. Hope you guys are having a fantastic week. I know I am so far. And of course, around these parts, and for anybody who's in the know, this is SummerSlam weekend coming up. Me and Andy B from Andy B Games will be getting together to enjoy that. He now lives in another province from me. He's actually traveled home. So we're looking forward to that. It's going to kind of be a wrestling weekend for us, but kicking it off the right way with Transformers and a lot of the news and whatnot for you guys. Pardon me now as I'm getting set up here. Let's see here. Let's see. Hey, Armor Convoy. Hey, Tracer. Hold on. Just want to adjust things a little bit more. Bear with me here. And there was a new setup. Going into setup to go live was a bit new, so it took me an extra couple of minutes because I didn't know that they were changing the setup. It's minor, but it was something worth noting. Hey, Ultra Megatronus, happy you're here. Hey, Keldeo. Fight the terrible twosome of Nasties and Disasters, Barons of Bad, Dukes of Doom, the villains of Velocitron. Man, that is quite an intro. Hey, Master Fred's going pretty good, man. Today, like I said, was really hot, and I spent a good portion of the day staining. But I did get something that's going to be part of the unboxing later, and I did get something, we'll say, corrected that I'll show later. And we got a couple of things, I think, hopefully coming tomorrow as well. And I'm going to let you know what is coming up for tomorrow and coming up on Monday. So we got a lot of stuff here to cover. It's going to be pretty good. Let's see. Hey, Brian, this is it, buddy. We're just getting started. I haven't gotten into the news or anything yet. I'm just waiting for people to get a chance to come in here and whatnot. And, of course, you know, I mean, it is summer, obviously. People tend to try and get out and about a bit more, so we'll see how it goes. I do have to reach down and grab the news. By the way, this week's topic is going to be... Starscream wipe is off to the side there. This week's topic is going, or it's already up if you haven't voted already. It is characters who have GPS. And some people tried to vote for, I'm going to say, new characters. GPS isn't a thing anymore. The entire chemical makeup of gold plastic has been changed so that things like the recent Takara Tomy releases that were Golden Lagoon releases are a mix of that new plastic composite and gold chrome. It's just chrome coated in gold. They're fine. It really goes back quite a ways before gold plastic syndrome was a thing. So you kind of got to dig back in your mind a little bit. Now, some people have said, like, you know, certain generalities. I'm looking for specifics, and we're getting a very interesting list come together. One moment. Did you have a question?
I thought you meant GPS, like GPS.
Gold plastic syndrome.
Yeah,
You meant GPS, like global positioning system? Or no. Those of us in the know what GPS is, right? The bane of GPS. So it's interesting how that is coming together. If you haven't voted yet, it's up around everywhere, man. Find it somewhere, vote. It's as simple as that. Hey, Lee. It is a beautiful day for talking Transformers. Absolutely it is. That's not a top 10 best. It absolutely is not a top 10 best. I agree. Hey, Crimson. Hey, Warren. Hey, Maximal 10, and hello, Ken. Okay, let's get into some of the news, and yeah, we'll get to the unboxing and stuff later. It's a bit of an eclectic unboxing this time. It's not huge, but there's a bunch of different things in there. So let's get going into the news. First thing to note: apparently, unfortunately, there are several people, for whatever reason, that are encountering a number of QC issues with their Titan class arc. Notably, there has been some chewing up of one of the ratchets, a la Triptychon, and there's another section, I'm going to say probably around a knee or an elbow. I'm not sure because I don't have the arc, but it looks like there's some stress marks coming there. So check yours out. Be careful with yours. This is a rather big ticket item, and you really don't want it to end up getting broken if you can at all fix it. I don't know if these are one-offs, but I've heard of 4 or 5 for sure reports of different QC things now. And like 4 or 5 reports could all be isolated, but that's enough to make me a little bit unnerved. So be careful with your ARC QC. That would be my advice to you there. What else do we have here? Fans Hobby showed off their orange power baser, which is, of course, Fire Guts Convoy, or Ginrai, I'm sorry. Looks great. What I didn't realize about the power baser mold is that there's a rather huge backpack on that thing. If you're okay with that, then cool. I think the Fans Hobby nailed it. If you're not okay with that with a big backpack, then I don't know if power baser is the kind of like super Ginrai for you, or Fire Guts Ginrai for you. Maybe, maybe not. Vintage Beast Wars are out in the UK. They're out in Canada too. Of course, they're not here. I don't believe for a second that our Walmart will get the Vintage Beast Wars. We didn't get much of the vintage stuff because it didn't sell. Honestly, like the Starscreams were there a long time. The Hot Rods were there a long time. Like they got marked down to $9. The Optimus Primes got marked down to $7. It didn't sell. So like Devastator never came here. The Soundwave never came here. None of the Beast Wars has come here. I don't expect them to. If they do, I will be surprised. But they are out in the UK as well. The Fan Friday thing. Let's talk about my reactions to Fan Friday. Don't care. That's my reaction to it. Don't care. Sweep. Okay, it's slightly brighter color than Scourge. I'm not getting any of the sweeps. I have 3 Scourge. 1 is Scourge. 2 will serve as my sweeps. I'm good. But if you missed out on Scourge, this is an opportunity to have something different. Perhaps you bought 2 or 3 Scourge, and you're going to buy this guy as your Scourge and make your official Scourges your sweeps. Like you'll do the reverse, if that makes sense. But I don't really need it. You okay? Okay. Leader class Coronation Starscream. Okay. So you gave him opening fingers. They said new hands, but note, if you look at what was shown, the hand still does not have a wrist rotation. It just has opening and closing fingers. So there's still no wrist rotation unless they incorporate it. But based on what they showed us, there is still no wrist rotation. I guess if you want a crown and the plasticky cape that's in about 3 sections, cool. I do think the Nemesis seat is neat. The Starscream doesn't really sit in it. He kind of rests on his wings. And like if you look at the picture where he sat in it, he's not really sat in it. And it also shows the gross weakness of the front skirt being one piece. It doesn't look good with Starscream sitting in it. Maybe a Megatron would look good in it. So I think it's a neat seat. I'm not buying, I'm not paying a leader class price for a Starscream mold that I already have that I'm not that big on, to be honest with you. And I don't need the coronation parts. I'd like the seat. I'd like to see if that's about it. Then we have Perceptor. Perceptor's cool. I mean, I like my Titans Return one. I even have a version that has been de-headmasterized, so he's not a headmaster anymore. I might get it. I do feel like the face is off, though. Like, the face doesn't look like Perceptor to me. The body does. I'm sure it's going to be a great Perceptor. I have no doubt about it. He's definitely the star of Fan First Friday. Besides that, it was like a lot of comic stuff and whatnot that I don't care about in the least. So last week I said I kind of didn't care about Fan Friday. They did it, and I still don't care about Fan Friday. That's my reaction to that. Oh, and they did drop a hint that on August 27th, we may see a HasLab Star Saber. I don't know. I guess we'll see if that comes up. The problem with that is that I feel like it would have to be like The price. I'm worried about what they would charge for this thing. I'm thinking 400 US. I really am. That's where I'm thinking. And I'm like, that's too much for what that's going to be, for essentially what's going to be a commander, really. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it being a reasonable price. Maybe it will be, but I'm not seeing it. We'll see. That being said, that leads us to another kind of Kickstarter project, that being a chess set. This is, I think, a third-party thing that is officially licensed, of course. It is fairly big. It has 32 pieces, 16 Autobots, 16 Decepticon. They are all given certain things, like Optimus is a king, Elita 1 is the queen. And you have, like, I think Springer is a bishop or a knight or something. You have, like, Blue Streak, and you have like Smoke Screen. I think Bumblebee are pawns, for example. So you have those like 32 pieces. The Optimus is 6 inches. Like, these are big pieces. It's a big board. The board is designed such that the Decepticon side, the edge of it kind of looks like their main computer, and the Autobot side, their edge of it looks like the main computer, maybe even Teletran 1. The Kickstarter, you can kind of back it for as low as $10. That gets you a pin, or $600, I assume US, that gets you the set. So this is a $600 chess set. If you want to go to $650, you get the pins, and I think like a bonus Galvatron that can serve as your Decepticon king in place of Megatron. And if you go to $700, you also get a bonus Rodimus Prime that can serve as your king for the Autobots instead of Optimus Prime. $700 US.
You get an angry wife.
You get an angry wife, right? Like, that's $700 for a chess set. I get it. It's done in a metallic resin. I understand they're all hand painted. Like, I get the love behind it, but I think it might get to a point where it's almost like law of diminishing returns. Like, is anybody actually going to pay $700 US, I guess, plus shipping, in the hopes that this gets funded for a chess set? I don't know. Maybe it's not for me, but maybe for you. I get the love. If you back it, I understand why you would, for the love. But like Starscream wife said, you get an angry wife. It wouldn't be for me. To each their own, I guess. But it's really cool. But like, not, yeah. When I saw the price, I was like, this is nuts. Like, I could even see maybe 200, 250, because you do have the metallic resin, because you have everything hand painted, because this is a rather large thing. Like, the Optimus Prime King piece is 6 inches in height. So, I mean, they're big piece. I get that, but I still feel like 600 is an awful lot of money, man, for a chess set. What else do we have here? I'm going to save that one for after. Let's go over to this page. I'm trying to get through like the main news, and then we'll do the leaks after. A lot there for a chess set. For Rise of the Beast, we saw 2 trucks in Peru. One is an orange truck that, for some reason, I look at it and I get a vibe of Hoist, even though I'm sure it's not Hoist. Don't go saying, hey, GotBot said it's Hoist. No, I didn't. I just get a vibe that's Hoist. It's probably not. The other one with the front door off with the chains, and it looks like the windshield is like armored out and stuff. Like, come on, like, that got to be Scourge, right? Like, there's nothing, I think, officially stated saying that, but come on, like, it has to be Scourge, right? That's what I'm thinking. I feel like he's going to be a real big baddie. Like, I feel like he's going to be a serious threat, and a very vicious threat. It'll be very interesting to see kind of how he plays out. I assume he's going to lead the Terracons. I don't know. I'm still nervous about this movie, but that vehicle mode for what I believe is probably Scourge looks pretty beefed up, man. I'm not going to lie. We also saw an interesting kind of tidbit of news, a 3D projection in China that ties in with the War for Cybertron, and it's Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal, and it looks like the Ark, and it looks like they get projected down on the planet, and they transform, and it's like they're leaping off of the edge of this projection. It is wild to see. I think it ends the 21st, Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. There is a video out of it. China War for Cybertron 3D projection. I don't look it up. It's only a minute or so, but it's really worth seeing. It is a very, very interesting thing. Very special to see, I gotta say, and very, very well done. Really well done. What else do we have? We saw more images of the proposed masterpiece Cliff Jumper. I'm gonna say it now. it seems like there's a lot of clear plastic there, baby. And I mean a lot of clear plastic. So people that don't like clear plastic, I don't know if the MP Cliff Jumper will be for you. I don't know if the MPB has a lot of clear plastic. I don't have a problem with clear plastic. I've never had an issue with it, even though a lot of people do. With the money that they want you to plank down for a masterpiece, I don't know if I'd risk it there. Greg Berger will be attending TFCon in October. So for anybody going to that one in Baltimore, I think it is. Cool. Grimlock's going to be there. That's always neat. We saw an update, if you will, to the MP Raiden project. The update is pretty simple. It looks like we've seen images of which member was it? Shuki. Great robot mode, kind of a bulky robot mode, and then like a really sleek bullet train. It's amazing that the bullet train becomes that robot. I assume that the transformation is bonkers, but promising, really promising. Looks very nice, I gotta say. Maybe possibly a little stylized at this point, I don't know, but I'm interested to see more of the Raiden. I really am. But if that is in fact an image of that team member of Shuki, then I think it looks promising. At least the individual bots and the train look promising. What will the limb modes and all that stuff be like? I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see. But it looks like we're starting to get some movement on that. It was announced in 2019. We haven't really heard anything through the last year and a half. It's nice to see some development on that front. It was a test shot that we saw, so it's not like it's final anyway. What else did we see? We saw Cyberverse Slug, which honestly looks all right. I mean, it looks functional enough. It looks like Slug. The Dino mode looks pretty vicious. It's not for me. The Studio Series one is my Slug, but I'm not going to pretend that it's not an impressive looking piece. It's pretty good for Cyberverse. If you're in for the Cyberverse Dinobots, neat. That being said, we also had Ultimate Class Hot Rod and Volcanicus. Now, Volcanicus, of course, is, as we all know, supposed to be a Dinobot combiner. This one is just one robot. It still turns into like a dragon thing, and it has the Energon armor. I don't know. I wasn't sold on Volcanicus personally, but I know a lot of people were. It'll be interesting to kind of see that character as he plays out in the fiction. I assume in the movie. Then the Hot Rod. Trash, utter garbage. It looks like his accessory is like a dustpan and a broom, and like the legs are one piece. I don't think he has knees. Like you can't pose the lower legs at all because they're just one solid chunk of a piece. Garbage, absolute. What a waste of plastic and resources and money. That I'm sure is something that they're going to say, oh, we have to make up that loss because kids aren't buying our trash. I know what we'll do. More price increases. Just stop making junk. Like some developer should have looked at that and said, dude, this is 2021. His legs aren't even separated. Scrap it. That's garbage. But that's not what they did. That's not what they did. Don't buy that. Don't buy it for your kids. Do not at all support that because it's that bad. It's really, really that bad. Yeah, really. Honestly, worse than Ultimate Class Megatron, the Elbowless Wonder. Worse than that. And that's saying something because that was pretty bad. What else do we have here? X-Transbots showed off the last of their Omnibots. All three of them look tremendous. It's funny. I was having a discussion with Razor Bear after the third one was shown, and he said, do I or do I not need MP Omnibots? I said, you do. And he pre-ordered them, as well as the Punch Counter Punch. All four of those, Punch Counter Punch and all three of the Omnibots. If you're an MP collector, get them. I'm not an MP collector. I would like a Chug version of the Omnibots, but if you're an MP guy, get them. They all look stupendous in both modes with a lot of detail in both modes, like sleek robots, detailed cars with what looks like interior. Man, I'm blown away by what they're doing. Really am. Speaking of X-Transbots, they also showed a grayscale of Abaddon. Abaddon is a demon, by the way. When I think of Abaddon, I think of AEW's Abaddon, the living dead girl, the like zombie girl. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't need to know what I'm talking about. For X-Transbots, Abaddon is going to be their Galvatron. And the Galvatron looks really cool. Like, I think he looks tremendous. I really do. He looks like he's going to be something special. I think that the cannon is going to be a solid orange. Some people will like that. Some people won't. We'll see how they paint that. I look forward to seeing this in color. I really, really look forward to seeing it in color. Speaking of which, And I'm going to do this now since we're talking about Galvatron. I went to visit our buddy Justin at the 3D corner today, and he had mentioned that he fixed the shoulders on his Galvatron. Now, he's not afraid of taking things apart, of popping things, of doing stuff. So I said, jokingly, I said, you can fix my shoulders if you want. I mean, I'm fine with the shoulders being incorrect, but it'd be nice if the top of them were nice and rounded as it's supposed to be. Not that I really care. He said, bring it. He said, bring it. He said, I got something that I got to give you anyway, which we'll see in the unboxing in a bit. He said, bring it. And he said, I'll do it for you. Now, a lot of people online have explained how to do the shoulder fix. I'm not going to do it because I didn't do the fix. I wouldn't dare pop the pins. He did it. Here's a couple of things, though, that he said to me. One, of course, you want to kind of split the arm at the seam, which I think a lot of people know. Two, he said, don't work at the side where you have the flat. He said, work on the side where it's all rigid and stuff because you have more room there to stick your like knife in or screwdriver or whatever. A lot of people have used small screwdrivers. He said, no, man. He had a rather large knife that he stuck in there to pop it out. There is a surprising amount of flex on the plastic of these shoulders. Not a stress mark, not a scratch. He did a perfect job. They are the right way now. I didn't do it, but here's what I would say watching him do it. One, use a knife. Don't use a little tiny screwdriver. Two, as you're prying it, there's a lot more flex here than I thought there was going to be. Don't be afraid to put a little bit of force into it to do it, you know? Yeah, that's about it. So he's fixed, for lack of a better term. It's a very subtle difference. Like if you got one and it's not fixed and the shoulders are the wrong way, I still wouldn't bother doing it myself. I really wouldn't. He did it, and he did it in about a minute because he knows what he's doing. It's his thing. Me, I would have been, and he'll tell you, like, I was scared to death while he was doing it. I was petrified. I saw it after, and I was like, neat. It's nice that the top of his shoulder is smooth, but that's the only gain, really. It's totally not necessary. Neat that it's done, not necessary. Happy it's done, but not necessary. I'm going to check in with you guys. Then we're going to do the leaks and stuff from this week and kind of see how that's going. Let's go and check in with you guys here. How far up do I have? I'm definitely going to have to go up a nice bit, man. So warm here, too. It's crazy, crazy warm. If I've missed you so far, then, man, like, I apologize. We will try and get to you now as we go down here and get caught up a little bit. I think it was right here with Shansi. Is GPS still a thing? No, it's not a thing anymore, thankfully. Some people, it's funny, in the image I had my Selects Black Roar Ricci and Metal Hawk there, and people said, I think Metal Hawk got it. I've had my Metal Hawk since 2016 for 5 years. I've dropped it over the stairs. I've dropped it off the shelf. I've transformed him a million times. No, he doesn't have GPS. It's not a thing anymore. Thankfully, they changed the chemical makeup, but it still said that it was a thing back in the day. Hey, Input, happy you're here. You think we'll see some legacy stuff soon? No, I won't. We don't really have wave 3 of Kingdom here yet. Just today. Okay, so there's been a total of 7 Galvatrons by my count in my province. No Voyagers for wave 3. No Deluxes for wave 3. So no Rhinox and no Deluxes at all for wave 3. And today, just today, for the very first time, I happened to see Dracodon and Soundwave. By the way, I'll show this now because I showed a picture of it. I picked up the Soundwave. This isn't mine. This is actually Maximal 10s. I will be reviewing it. I picked it up for him. So I will get a chance to review Soundwave. We'll see how it goes. He is a nice-looking little lad, but this size it's not for me in my collection. So I'm glad I get a chance to look at it. We still got more in the unboxing here. Don't worry. But again, I don't know. Like, it looks tremendous. I'm sure it's going to be good. It's just not the size I want. That's all. Simple as that. So legacy stuff, I would say by Christmas in the States, maybe November. Here, if we're lucky, Christmas. If not Christmas, then it'll probably be late January, February. As we go down here, Since it takes time to actually break down, it would be hard to say if it's been fixed or not, although let's say new plastic and paint formulations would help. I don't think it's going to be a thing, Maximal 10. Not now. Not. I think that, like, I know that the chemical makeup was changed, and I know it was changed specifically to address that issue. Mine seems okay. I'd feel bad if it happened to me. A gentleman told me his mainframe was missing an iron panel. See, there's a 6th or 7th QC issue. QC is as bad as GPS. It is. I agree. Hey, Brian. Well, like, here's the thing, too. I never, like, everybody says, like, War for Cybertron is infinitely better. I never, you could say what you like about, like, the Prime Wars trilogy and Generations and stuff. I, for one, never, ever experienced a QC issue until the War for Cybertron. And that's been wrought with QC issues. Take that as you will. It's only my personal experience. I was pretty down about that Fan Friday as well. I wasn't down. I don't care about him. I don't care, man. Hey, Big M. Went out and bought another Legend. Almost had a tornado hit us. Ugh, be careful, man. Hey, Anthony. He has a little button, cannot lie. I thought Perceptor was pretty decent, but I'm happy with my Titans. Me too. Like, I see the Perceptor, I'm like, yeah, he's neat. I don't know if he's different enough for me to go in on him. I don't know. I need to look at my Perceptor a little more closely, I think. Let's see. Hey, Manitoba. I reluctantly pre-ordered Coronation Starscream. Let me know if you're happy with them. Honestly, Brian, like, stick around. The channel, stay here. Make yourself known, man. Let me know when the day comes that you finally get them if you're happy with them. Is that deluxe? The Perceptor's deluxe. The Scourge is Voyager. And the Starscream is Leader, obviously. Yeah, it's hard to find a Perceptor for a good price nowadays. That's fair too, Keldeo. They might be saving the bigger reveals for Pulse Cons, possibly. The chess set looks nice, but too expensive, I agree. What? I cheated on Coronation Starscream? I don't know how that... What do you mean you cheated? Starscream is the Decepticon queen. It's hilarious. Yeah, I saw that too. Starscream is the queen for the Decepticons. Forgot about Friday. Nothing new. Yeah. So we go down here. The chess set is cool. Chauncey says the chess set is cool, but between the price and, it being chess, it seems it's only be marketed at maybe, successful Wall Street lawyer. You know what? You're right. It's a certain segment that's going to be in for the chess set because it is a chess set, right? Let's see. I'm hoping for a 2-pack of Star Saber and Death Source. Don't see it happening. You're going to see, if they do that, if that's what happens, it's going to be Star Saber and the stretch goal will be Victory Leo. Guaranteed. That's a lot of moolah. Yes, it is a lot of moolah. Can we get smaller checkers, smaller checkers version with Transformers Pogs? Yeah, honestly, sell that $29.99, buddy. $29.99. Just saying. Hey, Dragonfly. Too rich for my blood. Yeah, me too. Hey, Rob. Starscream is my favorite character, and even I am not paying $50 for a Voyager. I already have. Yeah, right. 700 is quite steep unless it lights up or it was what? Polystone figures. But yeah, even with that, man, 700 for a chess set. I don't know. It's not for me, man. Ultra Megatronus said at Starscream Wife, he's hinting for a Christmas gift about that chess set. Yeah. No, I'm not. So maybe Scourge was given the Terracons by whoever made them. Maybe that could be. Thoughts on Trial of Megatron? What? Thoughts on Trial of Megatron? I don't know what you're talking about. You asked me all of this stuff, Sound Blaster Studios, and I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what Trial of Megatron is. All kidding aside, it's been a good week. Snack. It's been a good week here too, man. I am excited about tomorrow. Excited about the weekend. For anybody that's just getting here, me and Andy B Games kind of have a wrestling weekend planned. It's SummerSlam. We like that. And then Sunday's going to be an NXT takeover. We like that too. It's going to be a good weekend. Let's see. Punch Counter Punch for cheap. Galvatron tracks. I'm good for a month. Ooh, man, you got Punch Counter Punch. Nice. I love him. I really do. I really, really do. Animated Optimus Prime, Prowl Analysis. I don't know why you said that, but okay. I don't have an animated Optimus Prime or Prowl. I like both characters. That's what I can tell you. I like both characters. I like the Prowl way better than I like that version of Optimus. Orange Truck, I think, is going to be Huffer. Oh, could be Huffer, possibly. That one that could be Huffer. I was thinking Hoist, but it could be Huffer. Penguins of Madagascar reference Caldeo. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what that is either. I'll have to watch the rest later. Going for my appointment. Take care, all. Good luck with your appointment, Dragonfly. Oh, the samurai looking. I think it's a Legends Galvatron, though, isn't it? If you heard me drinking, I'm sorry. I tend to gulp my water down because it's really warm. Is it the deluxe, the Dinobots? The sludge is ultra. I don't know what this guy is. Maybe he is deluxe. Maybe the what is it, Slag is deluxe, or Slug is deluxe. I just assumed he was ultra like Sludge was, but maybe he's deluxe. Buy your kids what they think looks cool. Don't buy your kids that Rodimus or that Hot Rod. Don't. Even if they say, this looks great, don't. Because they're going to regret it as soon as they get it in the package and realize it's junk. And then you wasted your money. No. Don't do that. Don't listen to input. That's what I'm going to say. I love your input, but don't listen to input. Love my Omnibots. I was never able to get them. I think the only good Cyberverse toys that are good for kids are the one-step changers. No. What are you doing? No. Nobody likes one-step changers. Even kids don't like one-step changers. No. You know what kids like? The deluxes. Maybe the Warriors. But no. Nobody likes the one-step changers. I don't know about where you live, but they are rotting on the shelves here. They're piled up to the point where, like, they're stuck. You know when you put too much on the hook and, like, it's all pushing out to the front and, like, some of it's falling off? That's the way the one-step changers are. Because they're garbage. It's a waste of resources. It's a waste of plastic. Stop saying that. Stop feeding kids garbage. Feed them something good, something that engages their mind to have to figure it out. Don't make it easy. Make their mind work to figure it out. That's what we did as kids. We used our mind to figure out how to change this stuff. Don't dumb it down. Give them quality. Give them quality. It doesn't have to be overly complicated quality, but give them some quality. I'm not going to agree with giving kids junk, man. I want camshaft so bad. Get it. Order it. Do it. Do it. Just order it. Input. Just do it, man. You'll be happy. Omnibots are smaller than a Voyager in robot mode, so they'll be worth it in the display. There you go. The Cyberverse singular figures that build Macadam is actually a good series. They are. They were great. And kids and older collectors alike can enjoy them because they're great. Even the Ultras now are good. Some of them early on weren't. But now they're good. And now I would give it to kids. But no, I would never, ever, even when the Scraplets were young, no, I did not buy them garbage, one-step and three-step changers. I didn't waste my money and time to give them something that, you know what? They would flick it once and throw it aside because it's junk. Kids are kids. They're not dumb, man. I kind of wish they'd make a Dodge Dart alt mode for Decepticon. I don't care about cars, whatever. What a nice guy to fix the problem for free. Absolutely. He was such a nice guy, Caldeo. Honestly, he is. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about Justin. I really can't. He's a good dude, really good dude. I saw Patriot Prime do how to fix shoulder. Okay. I don't know what he did. I didn't see it, but I've heard that a lot of people that showed it used a little screwdriver. Don't use a great big knife. You're saying thoughts on Trial of Megatron? I don't know what you're talking about. Stop asking me questions that I don't know, man, or explain it. Explain what you're talking about, bro, because I don't know what it is. If it's a comics thing, then you know by now I don't read those trash comics. This is not new, baby. If it's a comics thing, I'll tell you now, it's awful. There you go. That's what I'd say to that. Oh man, it jumped again, man. Hey, Crumple Zone. I don't really trust myself to do that. If you're talking about the shoulder fix, neither did I. I would never do it. I have Energon downshift, and I'm going to make a custom camshaft out of Netflix DC drone. Interesting. What do you think SharkTicon should be? Do you think SharkTicon should be cheaper for the sake of army building? Yes, I do. I feel the burn dude in the vest. I wonder if the Galvatron leak is to make up for the QC issues for Kingdom Galvatron. Maybe. We'll talk about that in just a little bit when I get down here. Did I pick up Origins B? No, because our Toys R Us is not getting a cut of that order, is my understanding. My understanding is Origins B is not coming here. Sound Blaster, I got to go by. I still don't know what he was talking about. Got the 86 Starscream. I'd want to replace the plastic cape for a rag. You know what? I bet you if Input had that Starscream, he would have a cloth cape, and I bet you he'd have wire fed into it. That seems like an Input thing to do. Because you done a cape recently for Alpha Trion, if I'm not mistaken, and that was a well-done cape. I would expect the same treatment for Coronation Starscream. Didn't Punch have QC issues? Not mine. I have 2 Punch Counterpunch, and neither of them has any QC issue. If you've heard of one, cool, but I've got 2, and no. I've been waiting for my trailer and reissue Cheetor. Good luck. Okay. Tell me how you cheated him later. Hey, ACP. Hey, Super Robot Ed. Ninja Bill, happy to see you here, buddy. Would have been nice for Coronation Starscream to have metallic paint finish. Yeah, I agree. Honestly. You started college this week. Best of luck to you, Kildeo. I don't know what you're studying, but absolute best of luck to you. Got the red Coronation Starscream. Oh, took the cape and accessories and gave it to my kid. Does the cape and accessories fit on another Starscream, though? Let's see. 20 versus 50, yeah. Ninja Bill says hello. She says, hey, Ninja Bill. Yeah, we are kind of rearranging up here a little bit, and Starscream wife and I bought like a new armoire this week to serve as a new closet up here because we don't have a lot of closet space. And we were trying to bring it upstairs, and she ended up straining her back. So right now I'm doing everything I can to try and take care of her as best I can. And with the, 35 degrees or whatever it was here today, it's not easy. Not easy, man. A friend of mine had a one-step change drift, and they should throw it in the garbage and get a good drift. I gave my 2-year-old when he was 2 hunger, or however you spell it. And I think he saw for himself that even though it was a big fear, it was crap. Yeah. I mean, big doesn't mean better, right? I like the model. Just reviewed one. Quality as we go down here. Don't tuck that chain. I always tuck my chain. I don't want to lose it. Fun fact though, my little cross pendant that's on it, I've had since I was 10. I got it when I got confirmed when I was 10. And I've had it ever since. Last year, the loop of it, like it finally gave out and broke, and I took it and actually got it fixed because I'm just saying, I'm 43 now. I've had it since I was 10. I've, I've had it a long time, man. Long time. Hey, Brian. My art came today. I'm glad that you love it. One of the things in the news we talked about earlier was some QC issues. Just be careful. Okay, speaking of the news, let's get back to it. And the reveals from this week that I tried to kind of amalgamate together into one here. And we will run through the reveals, then we'll do the unboxing and trivia and get out of here. Actually, we'll do the trivia before the unboxing. Some of the unboxing we've already done. So, first things first, we have coming up in Legacy, apparently, a Soundwave for $29.99, but then a Soundwave for $26.99. I don't know what the difference is. I feel like one would come with like maybe a laser beak and one without or something. They both seem in the range of Voyager-ish. I don't, they confound me a little bit. I don't really understand them. A Starscream for $29.99. One would think it is a reissue of a Starscream. I don't know. A Skybite for $10.99. I don't know what this would be for $10.99. It seems core class-ish, or maybe some sort of a basic Cyberverse thing, because there was, I think, a smaller Skybite there. That seems like a weird one as well. Galvatron, $49.99. So it seems like we're going to get a reissue of the Galvatron. As Brian mentioned earlier, maybe that one will come with the fixed shoulders to make up for it. We've seen some reissues before. I mean, it could be. Maybe Brian was onto something. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, it's right. I mean, it's funny. There's a dent down in the bottom of it. There's a dent, and everybody says that gives it a lot of character. And the reason the dent is there is because I used to take it in my mouth, and my bottom teeth were on it. And there's a little dent in the back as well where my top teeth are. And because it's gold, it's soft metal. And just over the years, this curve developed in it. It was just solid, like cylindrical. And now there's got a curve in it that was put there because of my mouth as a kid. Right? So it's very special to me, It's very special to me. Optimus $49.99. Surely, God, they're not releasing the Earthrise Kingdom Optimus again. Like, surely that's not what they're doing, right? Some people have speculated that might be that Armada Optimus that they have teased. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But then we have another Optimus for $9.99. That seems like the core getting reissued. Possibly. That's a strange one as well. Then we have Wild Rider, $22.99. He'll be a deluxe. We have Skywarp for $9.99. I'm sure that's going to be a core using the Starscream mold. G-Axis for $29.99. A Voyager class G-Axis. Interesting. I like the deluxe G-Axis from a few years ago. The orange boy, even though I know the colors are different in the comics and blah, blah, blah. But I like that one. I'll be interested to see what a Voyager one would be like. Then we have a Deluxe. I'm sorry. A Deluxe Energon monster. I don't know what these are. Somebody mentioned last week, because I pointed out a core Energon monster, and somebody said maybe it's Kremzeek. I don't know what a Deluxe Energon monster would be. So I'm intrigued to see that. Very intrigued to see that. Also this week, leaked. I hope you're keeping up, because we've gone through a lot so far. So far, we've had a couple of Soundwaves, a Starscream, a Skybite, a Galvatron, a couple of Optimus Primes, a Wild Rider, a Skywarp, a G-Axis, and an Energon monster. Also, coming out this week, Transformers Prime Knockout as a deluxe. I'm okay with that. The only knockout I have is the Beast Hunters. So a proper knockout, I think I'd be down for it, honestly. Elita 1 for $22.99. Some people have said this will be another all-new mold for Elita 1. I feel like it's going to be a reissue of the Netflix. I'm just saying. But a lot of people have said it will be an all-new Elita 1. Then this one is the pièce de résistance for me. A deluxe Point Blank. Yes, about time. In for Point Blank, honestly. And a deluxe crankcase. Will it be a G1 crankcase? We'll see. Maybe it'll be a movie crankcase. I don't really need that, but a G1 crankcase would be cool. Iguanus. Seems like he'll be a core. I'm in for Iguanus, I think. And two Shockwaves, both of them small. One, $9.99. Sounds like a core Shockwave. And then $8.49. Which tends to be the price for a studio series core class. Maybe we're getting 2 versions in the core class of Shockwave. Time will tell. That's it for the leaks. There was a lot of them. I'm just going to reiterate it very quickly for you guys, and then we'll check back there, and then we'll do trivia. Very quickly here. Soundwave for $29.99 and $26.99. Starscream for $29.99. All this is US pricing, by the way. Skybite $10.99. Galvatron and Optimus, both $49.99. Another Optimus for $9.99. Wild Rider $22.99. Skywarp for $9.99. An Energon Monster for $22.99, which would be again a deluxe. Transformers Prime Knockout for $22.99. Alita 1 for $22.99. Point Blank for $22.99. Crankcase for $22.99. Iguanas for $9.99. And Shockwave for $9.99 and $8.49. Now, here's the big one. This last one, I only heard from T-Fan Page 101, our buddy Brian. I have not seen a report of it anywhere. I have not heard of a listing of it on anywhere. I don't know where he got his information, but he reported, and I'm just going to repeat it. He reported that the next Titan looks like it's going to be Cybertron Metroplex. That would be very at left field. I cannot corroborate that. I don't see Brian making stuff up. I assume he has his sources, but I have not seen the listing myself. I have not heard anything to corroborate that any more than a hope, or I don't even know if I want to call it a rumor, because Brian is a pretty solid guy with his information. So I want to say a rumor, but I don't know where he got it from. I wish he was here tonight to be able to kind of fill that in, but that's what I've heard. I wouldn't be in for it because I'm not a Unicron trilogy guy, but if you are, it might be the Metroplex for you. I'm going to give the trivia, let you guys answer it. I'll go back and check until we get down to the answers, and then we'll do the unboxing. So the trivia tonight comes from the 5 Faces of Darkness episode. I got this trivia myself. 5 Faces of Darkness, Part 4. When Rodimus and Ultra Magnus are on the planet of Goo, they find a communication terminal. Who responds to their distress call? So when they're on the planet of Goo, who responds to the distress call of Rodimus and Ultra Magnus? Is it A, Blaster, B, Bumblebee, C, Perceptor, or D, Wrecker? Who is it? Is it A, B, C, or D? Blaster, Bumblebee, Perceptor, or Wrecker? I'll let you guys think about it while I go back, and I'm going to check in a bit here with what you guys got. Let's see. I like most. Yeah, Ninja Bill likes everything. If that's RB, mainline, sublines, what have you, I enjoy it. Save for that crap shatter glass stuff. Ninja Bill. As we go down here. Skyway for $10.99. It's just one of his teeth. Legends class Skybite, that's what it seems like to me. Maybe the Soundwaves from different Transformer series like RID 2015 Soundwave and Primes. It could be. I think that'd be a stretch. I don't see. I mean, it could be. It could be. Maybe Caldeo. Maybe. I don't know. Skybite. The wife will be happy. I assume she must be a Skybite fan. Maybe the Core Prime could be maybe some with a trailer, or the trailer could be sold separately. That'd be cool. I'm always down for a Skybite, says Input. I keep thinking the Energon Monster is the one from the G1 episode that Cup was horrified of. Oh, it could be. That'd be interesting. I can't remember what that thing was called now, but like that green thing, I think it was. I think the Core Prime should come with the trailer. I agree. I could use a knockout. I could use a proper knockout. I never picked up Transformers Prime Knockout as well, so I'm hoping that, that the leak is true. Yeah, so am I. Well, it's a listing that was in a Target system, I think, is my understanding. Let's see. I was talking about the possibility that the 2 Soundwaves I mean, they could be from different series. Possibly, it could be. Oh, the sound waves. I was saying the shock waves. Yeah, you could be right. I think it'll be a repaint Alita one, but I do hope it'll be designed closer to G1. I've heard Crimson. Here's the funny part. I've heard that the Alita is going to be based on an upcoming mold that we haven't seen yet. I don't know how much truth is to that, though. That seems iffy to me. Input says B. I don't even know if I said the question at that point. No, wait, A. The only true G1 crankcase to me was coincidentally made in 27 toy by the Red Alert recolor. Hey, DW. It's been speculated that Optimus Prime was going to be Laser Optimus with a trailer. Maybe, could be. That would somehow become Prime Bulkhead. Interesting. Let's see as we go down here. Well, I could be possibly could get a Cybertron Metroplex with characters like G-Axis. I mean, we could. I mean, it's interesting. I don't know where he got his information from, but I'm not going to say that it's not Chaos Monster. Since it seems Prime is the next series, the Core Prime could be the Prime series. It could be. I don't think Prime is going to be the next series. I think they're going to dip their toes in it. I think next one's going to be Unicron Trilogy. I think they're going to do some Transmetal Beast Wars, and then I think they're going to move on to Unicron Trilogy again. And then I think they're going to go to Prime even more. Maybe they'll fast track to Prime. We'll see. Core Iguanas could be Beast. Oh, I'm pretty sure that the Iguanas is Beast Wars. I agree. Alexander, I 100% agree that it's Beast Wars. Hey, Grimsicle, we need a new Star Saber. Yeah, that's what they're talking about is going to be the case with the HasLab thing. I hope not. You're, again, Sound Blaster, you've asked me this like 4 times. I don't know what the Trial of Megatron is. I don't have a clue what you're talking about. Wish we got a leader class Straxus. We're getting a Voyager Straxus. I don't want a leader class Straxus, but a Voyager class I'm down with. Okay, let's do the unboxing. So here's what you know already from the unboxing. You know my repaired Galvatron, not really an unboxing, just a repaired Galvatron. And you know that I got the Core Class Soundwave. Also this week, I had arrived. Oh man, I didn't mean for that to come out. Can I stick that in there? Maybe, kind of, sort of. No, I can't right now. I also had arrived my 50th anniversary General Hawk. I lost mine camping years and years and years ago. When I went to replace it, I'm kind of glad to have the 50th anniversary. His helmet is there somewhere, and I dropped one of his blasters. He came probably with more accessories than any Joe I've ever had. But also this week, from our buddy Justin, I have Master Medic. It is basically a little... I've done a lot of the 3D printed Target Masters. This is an original character that was designed by Autobot 00. I got this from Justin, our buddy at the 3D Corner, and it is basically a little assistant to go with Ratchet. He's very Ratchet inspired. The red is the same sort of plastic that's used to make bottle caps, like on cola bottles. I think the white, I think, is just regular, like PVC, if I'm not mistaken. But it's pretty cool. I haven't had a chance really to fiddle with it yet, but it's pretty functional, pretty nice. Also, from him, we have a flight stand. It's just a simple little flight stand, but I thought that was neat. Then this week, I also got in, thanks to our buddy Ultra Megatronus, and this is going to be the topic tomorrow. This is going to be tomorrow's review. It is Origins Bumblebee. Somebody asked earlier, I think it was Brian, asked if I'd gotten Origins Bumblebee. No, because our Toys R Us isn't getting a cut. But our buddy Ultra Megatronus sent me an Origins Bumblebee that he found. I am so thankful. This is going to be our review tomorrow, and I am surprised. I'm not a Bumblebee guy. I don't like the dude. It's uphill climb, right? By the way, you'll notice I haven't answered the trivia yet because I didn't see a whole lot of answers given there. We'll get to it though. Don't worry. Zed. It's not Zed. I also got a Zartan. Now, there's several versions of him. This is one from a 5-pack. But for some reason, I always liked this version very much, even though he has like the pink on his thing, because it's supposed to mimic when his chest plate like lights up red. I like the Zartan. Big fan. And I got one more thing. But before we get to the last thing in the unboxing, the trivia. The answer was, somebody did say it. One person said it. Is in fact Wrecker. It is our buddy Wrecker who answered it. Absolutely. That's what she said. Lucky I want the B. I think you're going to be surprised what I think of that B. I like that Origins B figure. Nice, you got Zartan. Yeah, Zartan and General Hawk. Very happy. Now, the last thing was something I should have actually had for last week's show, but I'd gotten a call about a pre-order and didn't realize that it had come in. And the last thing that I got this week, and this will be Monday's review, by the way, is this guy. Do you recognize the box? It is Studio Series 86 Wrecker. Very interesting guy. Very interesting guy. A lot to say about this guy when the time comes. A lot to say. I'll say this. The tab where his back is supposed to go into his pelvis on mine doesn't stay at all. Like, it doesn't stay at all. But that being said, it does give him a nice little ab crunch. So I kind of dig that. I just wish it was a little more, I don't know, solid, I guess. It's not as solid as I'd like. Nevertheless, interesting guy. We will see him on Monday. So tomorrow will be Origins B. Monday will be this guy. And that this week is it for the pickups. However, I will tell you now that there are two things en route. One of them has a little bit of a story behind it. And we'll see that next week because I'm probably actually going to get it tomorrow. Patrons and channel members might even get a little bit of a sneak preview. Anyway, ladies, gents, that's it. I appreciate you guys coming by. I appreciate everything that you do each and every week. What can I say? It's been an absolute blast. I hope you have a fantastic weekend up and coming. I know I will. So once again, thanks for coming by. Thanks for giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring. Or, of course, hit the join button right here on YouTube to become a channel member, baby. And while you're at it, hit the subscribe button. Stick around, man. Have some fun with us. And don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every single solitary day, you right there, you do make a difference. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit. Either in the live streams on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres or the old-fashioned way, baby, inside the videos.